Okay, in this video I want to talk about the argumentative techniques of existence, essence, and substantiation. And the key notion behind these techniques is the notion of establishment. Alright? And so I also want to remind you that I am making a distinction between the techniques or the methods themselves, existence, essence, and substantiation, as I should have made more clear in the other videos also. These are the argumentative techniques. And this is the notion or the warrant that they stand upon that allows them to operate. So let's look at existence. When you employ the argumentative technique of existence, your job, your main job in your work is to show that X exists. Whatever X is. X is your topic, the thing you're trying to find. But, no one has really shown that it's there. Your job is to show that it's there. Now, essence is people, X is known to exist, but your job is to fully disclose or expose its nature or essence. So you know that it is there, but what exactly is it? And your job then would be to discuss the exact nature of this thing. All right. So up here you're trying to prove that it exists, whatever it is. If this is, and if no one has really done this, then you would this could be your main job, and your paper is done, your work is done, you have a contribution. Well, let's say people do know it exists, but they all have fuzzy ideas about what exactly it is. If you have a very clear notion of what it is, and you feel you can contribute that way by really disclosing its nature, by talking about its essence, then you are establishing it by helping people understand its full identity. Now, there's no question in their mind that it is there, it has an identity. But here you would be working on just to describe all of it. Now, substantiation is you take a truism or an alleged self-evident truth, or something like common wisdom, conventional wisdom, and do an experiment. And by doing an experiment, provide empiric support for it. Okay, so you back it up, but this would, by empiric support, I mean you've got numbers, you've got a result of an experiment or a survey that does show, yes indeed, as we thought, people do this or this does that or something. So substantiation, you're really working with something that people already kind of know, they kind of believe, but no one has really shown the numbers that scientifically back it up, and you would be doing that. So that would be substantiation. Now look, I just thought of a pretty good example between existence and essence. In America we like to talk about banned books, but no one really knows. We know that we can find lists of banned books and that sort of thing, and we know that there are books that at one point have been very controversial. But what exactly does it mean to ban a book? Do you get to go to jail if you have it? Is it illegal to own? Has there ever been a book, other than the obvious things like selling pornography to minors, or to breaking into the CIA and taking their secrets and binding and selling that? Those are obvious exceptions. But has there ever been a book that could be mass produced, published, and then all of a sudden it's illegal to have this book across the nation, or even in a state? I don't know. So what exactly do we mean when we say a banned book? See, people are very unclear about the essence of what a banned book is, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done on that. And maybe it would, if you look at the actual history of it, you would see that it boils down to a community in which an educational establishment like a public school is trying to get students to read a book that the parents don't want them to read, their children to read. And it's usually one or two parents that gather a few others around them, and they have this town controversy. And then the book, is the object of this controversy, and by common parlance, by the media surrounding this event, it gets called a banned book. But does it really ever get banned? No, you can find it in the library, you can find it online, you can find it at the bookstore. So working on that, just say, look, we do have list of banned books, and we can show in the history that some books have been, but what exactly is a banned book? And then you would start working on, you would be focusing on essence. Okay, so in the next videos, I'm going to show you some examples of these on the web or in articles, and we'll go from there.